What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little special. This is from Dan. He is a subscriber on the channel. You will see his username. It's Dan D. He comments on a lot of the videos, a lot of engagement from him. So give him a shout out when you see him. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm super excited. I've been waiting to open this because I want to do it on camera. I'm glad it made it. It made it a little late. And I'm hoping UPS didn't destroy this thing. Oh man. But luckily enough, it's an Olight. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got. Oh, I've been super excited about this. Oh, let's see, get in the box. Boom, boom. Alright, cool. One more. Man, Dan, I really appreciate this, man. This is probably going to make its way right in my pocket. I've been looking at some videos of this thing. Oh, he packed this thing full. You are the man, brother. You are the man. Got an O-fan patch. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, I'm so stoked. All right, we got an O-fan day patch from 2021. Oh man. Oh, I was gonna get this patch, and I can't remember. I think this is this year's. They had one just like this from this year. I'll go over this in a second. Let's see. Oh man, I love all the morale patches. This is awesome. It's like a battery cover here. Or maybe this might go on the light itself. And then you have the light. Let me see if I can get this. There's your lanyard for your light. Put this down. Another Olight patch. Ranger eye, morale patch, whatever you want to call them. This is super cool, man. Dan, I'm so excited for this. Thank you so much. All these patches are so awesome. I'm going to hold these up to the camera. We'll look at these. I'm just trying to get everything out of the box. Oh, check. Oh, man. Oh, man. And here we go. Here it is. Oh, God, I've been waiting for this thing to come in. Here is the Warrior Mini 2 Eternal Edition. Or I guess you would say the Eternal 2. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, let me set this down. Let's look. So here's the battery. Let's take a look. 18650. So this is a big boy. This is your standard size, button like a vape. For anybody that uses vapes out there, here you go. So I'm gonna go over the charger for this. It is a little bit of a different charger for these. Put him on camera. So here was patch number 1. You got your little Shiba Inu dog over the Olight. This is awesome. This is gonna go right on my backpack that I carry. I'll take my patch that I have off. I'm gonna immediately start carrying this one. And then here is your Balder, Balder Mini. There we go. Do that. This is a keychain. Yeah, keychain. That's super cool. Oh man. This was O-Fan Day 2021. There we go. Another Olight patch. And then this was, oh man, this thing is sweet too. Oh man, I love patches. I don't even think we talked about that, Dan. I don't even think I told you I love patches. You knocked it out of the park with that too, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for these. I'm going to clear some space off on the table here. And then, let's see here. I don't even know where to start. Get this case out of the way. Let me get this out of the way. Someone's going to flame me for not knowing what to do with these. I thought they were for the battery, but they are definitely not. So, I'm going to say these are diffusers for the Mini. Yeah, I'm going to venture to guess these are diffusers for the Mini. or for other Olights too. So that's cool. If that's what these are, which, like I said, I'm pretty confident that's what they are. I'm going to say this. I'm going to sound like an idiot. I'm pretty confident these are diffusers, or at least that's probably what I'm going to use them for. So, oh, dude, this thing is so freaking cool. Ah, man, copper is the way to my heart. Dan, you just made a best friend for life. Oh man. Okay. So let me stop fanboying over this. So here's the inside of the construction for your Mini 2, and we're just gonna go over, like we normally do. We're just gonna go over everything as far as the light goes. So let me act like I just did an unboxing. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in here. As hard as that's gonna be, I'm gonna pretend like I just opened this out of a normal Olight box, and then we'll get to like a normal unboxing episode here. Did I put this in the right way? I did. Okay. So here is your Olight Warrior Mini 2 in the Eternal Edition. So this is the Copper Edition. And he is super reflective. Here we go. Serial number 5299, 2020. And it has your standard, your same Olight clip that you get on all of your Olights. Come on, focus. There we go. Oh, man. There's your bezel. I love the blue. I love how they did the blue on this. And then there's your tail switch. So, this thing runs $110 when it was in stock for the, I believe that was for the, yeah, that's for the Eternal Edition. The other thing is, oh, I don't want to set it on there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to baby this thing for the first little bit, because I'm like, this is definitely my favorite Olight, and it's not even gonna be because it's just the Mini 2. It's gonna be because you know, anytime you get something gifted, it just makes it that much more sentimental. Oh man. Okay, so charger real quick. Charger is actually the 1A. It goes up to 2 amps. The Mini 2 does take 2 amps. So if we look at, this is for the Baton 3. If you look at the difference, this is only a 1 amp output. So you need to use the, you probably don't. I don't know if they say, yeah, you absolutely have to, but I am sure it's preferred. Let me plug this in real quick, just so we can go over the charger. There we go. Clipper on there. And he will turn no colors. I don't know what's been going on with these things lately. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So on here, this guy turns red. And then it'll turn green whenever it's fully charged. That's how these things work. It glows right here. I am going to venture to assume that my little... I have an adapter that I keep right here in front of my recording station. Maybe there might be something wrong with my extension. I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna assume this thing works. I'm sure it does, but I probably will. It'll probably go in my backpack for on the go. This is what I use to charge when I'm at home. I did a review on this. Check this out. If you haven't seen these things are awesome. Oh man, I'm totally fanboying over this thing right now. The weight is awesome. I love the weight. I've had a bunch of lights so far from Olight where I've been like, you know, not a huge fan because it's not big. It's not like what I like in a light. I like it to be heavy, and I like to know it's in my hands. I don't have a scale with me, but this thing does come in at 4.3 ounces, I think was Olight's description. And there we go. Almost 4.5. So good. It's a good sized light. I mean, especially when you compare it to like the Baton 3. Yeah, this thing is much smaller. But remember, I don't like this. We'll do some size comparisons here in a little bit. Let's get over some functions of this guy. So, also it is IPX rated. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way. IPX 8. So you do have some waterproofing there. Now, as far as modes go, so your fire button, this guy right here. So if you press and hold for about a second, that'll give you your, well, moonlight. There we go. Sorry. I haven't owned one of these. You're going to have to give me some leniency here. I have to learn how to do this. So there's your moonlight. And you can barely tell. Oh, man, the moonlight on this thing is just awesome. So that's your moonlight. And that is going to be 1 lumen. And on 1 lumen, you'll get 45 days from on a full charge. You'll get about 45 days. So that is considered mode number 5 from Olight. So now if we go to mode number 4, which is going to be 15 lumens. There we go. 15 lumens, 164 hours. That'll give you about a 19 meter throw distance is what they show on the website. And then we'll go to mode 3, 120 lumens, 19 hours runtime, 57 meters. And then we'll go to mode 2. So mode 2, you have variants here now. Mode 2 is 500 lumens at a full charge to 200 lumens once it starts, going down on the battery. You'll get 218 minutes on the 500 and 55 minutes once it steps down to 200 lumens. Throw distance of 117 meters. Mode 1, here we go. Oh, okay, so maybe mode 1 is considered turbo. Yeah, so mode 1 is considered turbo. So double click for turbo, and I'm sorry I didn't go over these. So press and hold for about 1 second to get your moonlight. You can see it's on. Press and hold for 1 second, and then you press and hold to cycle through your different settings. Now double click, and there's your turbo. Turbo is 1750 lumens at max battery, which it'll run for 4 minutes. Which is okay. I can't imagine you would need turbo for that long. That's mostly just to blind somebody. So aside from that, after that, it'll step down to 500 lumens for 206 minutes, and then 200 lumens for 40 minutes. So once this thing, the battery starts stepping it down, you pretty much go back to mode 2, which is your second brightest setting as far as illumination goes. Now, tail switch. This is new to me. I don't have any Olight tail switches, and I know the tail switch is programmable. I'm going to have to fiddle with that a little bit. I'll do an update video on this after I've carried it for a little while. But this does have momentary on, and just like any of the i5Rs, i5Ts, i3 series, same dealio. Let me turn this guy off. So this light, I guess, is considered a battery indicator as well. It doesn't show, it's not showing me the battery, so I'm gonna have to play with that and see. But it does show on the manual for this thing that this is a battery indicator of some sort. I can see the LED, it's not lighting. Maybe from the tail switch. No, not from the tail switch. Okay, so tail switch, momentary on. So just press without clicking. And I think it's also based off of how hard you press too, from what I've read. So if I click, there's your turbo, and then a medium click is supposed to be a lighter setting. But I think this battery needs to be charged, possibly. I'm gonna have to play around with the tail switch. The tail switch, like I said, it's programmable. It has like a whole step down and all that good stuff too. I'm a big fan of just, clicking the button on the front myself. But the tail switch would be cool in a scenario where, maybe you're walking outside and you're holding this thing up like shoulder level. Then you're going to fire with your tail switch. So that would be my use for a tail switch. If I'm just using it at work, I'm probably just going to click the button. Holding a flashlight like this and holding it up, to me, it's aggressive. Especially, in a setting where you've got people around you, or you're in a work setting, or for you guys that work in like AC and HVAC and all that stuff, this thing is going to be awesome. I know that the copper is sold out, and I'm just sitting here ogling the copper again. Man, this is a pretty light. I can't wait to see how this thing patinas. So on here, I don't know if I can capture somewhere. No, guess not. So the size of this thing, let's do some size comparisons. Let's see, how about next to an i5T? There we go. So definitely a little bit bigger than an i5T, which, oh man, that just screams me. I prefer it to be bigger. So i5T, get this guy out of the way. We already did the baton, but we'll just put it there again next, for a little bit of size comparison. So here it is next to your baton. And then here it is next to an arc field. And, I think the arc field's about to come out of my pocket. I was just about to do an update video on this, and I love the light. I don't use the laser very often, unless I'm messing with somebody else's cat. But it feels good in the hand. But man, I love round lights. I love round lights. That's me. So next to the i3T tall, or i3T tall. Sorry. So a little bit stubbier, but this thing is, I'm gonna say but a lot on this video. This thing is kind of long. I don't prefer that. I catch it at the bottom of my pocket and it starts riding out of the pocket. So that I don't carry that one. i3 EOS. Here you go. Just to throw that in there just so we can see it. And just for a little bit more comparison, this is your O-Pen Pro. And you can see here, O-Pen Pro, it is pretty comparable to a pen. But most people here have had an arc field. So here you go. Here's your arc field. You can compare these guys pretty close. There we are. This is about a month of carry, the patina on this guy. It's already looking like a penny. So width-wise, here we are. Definitely a little bit more substantial as far as the Mini goes, the Mini 2. And I like that, man. I like that. I love that about this light. I've been wanting one of these. I haven't owned one, so I didn't pull the trigger on it. And like I said, Dan reached out and said, hey, I like your content. I'd like to send you a light to do, and this was him, man. And oh man, it's gonna go right in my pocket. That's exactly where it's gonna go. This thing is great. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to stop looking at it on video. I have plenty of time to look at it outside of the video. So here we are. i5R, i3T, tall, arc field, and then baton 3, and i3OS, or i3E, excuse me. So here's your lineup. There you go. I like to do this on every video just so you can, even though I do them side by side, I like to just set them up like this so you can just see it kind of in comparison as far as size goes. So he's a middle ground compared to these two. And I would say this is about the same construction. It's just a hair smaller lengthwise than the arc field, but it makes up for it in width, and that is huge for me. That is absolutely huge. So let's go ahead real quick. I know this is a main, this is basically a review video, but man, really it's just a subscriber video. So I'm just gonna kind of look over all the things he sent. The review of this actual light kind of ends right here. Now we're going to start playing with some of this stuff. So, assuming this is what this is for. Oh, man, I hope this is what this is for. So, there's your diffuser. Man, it works. Yeah, I like it with a diffuser. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Let's put it in some different modes. Yeah, that's cool. Much better. The light on this thing is so intense, and I will add, as soon as, and this may be from the copper construction, if anybody has any of the other Mini 2s, let me know. But as soon as I put this thing on turbo, man, you can just feel the heat. I know this is the pocket burner. This is the one people weren't using the lockout mode, putting it in their pocket, it's turning on, and it's just torching some pockets. Oh man. So Dan warned me about that. He told me if I use the lockout mode, he gave me a nice little warning on it first, because I told him I didn't have one of these. And I told him I would. I told him I would make sure I used that lockout mode. So for that, you press and hold for about 2 seconds. There we go. So after about 1 second, the moonlight mode will turn on. Just keep holding, and then it goes into lockout. and you can see we've got nothing. That also turns off the tail switch. So tail switch does nothing. And that's, you know, if you have an arc field or anything like this, arc fields have lockout mode too. Let me see if I can pull that. If I click this, you get, oh, my lighting's so bright. Just trust me, it's lighting up red. So if I press this, nothing. If I press and hold, there you go. It's on. I promise my lights work. It's just that my lighting is bright. I'm gonna have to play with the lighting. I got some new stuff in, and I've just been working on it. Moonlight mode. I think the moonlight mode is the same. Yeah. Actually, the arc field moonlight might be a little brighter. Yeah, I'm using my hand for this. Yeah, I think. Don't quote me. I think the moonlight for the arc field is a little brighter than this baton. Or, excuse me. I keep wanting to call it, and smack somebody with it. Definitely could be a baton. It's heavy. I think. No, I want to say the moonlight for. No, you know, I think the moonlight for the arc field was like 5 lumen. I don't know. I'm not going to do any kind of speculations. This is a video, so I'll speculate on my own time. But once again, man, Dan, thank you so much, brother. Let's just do a close-up of this guy. One thing I love about this, and, you know, the whole reason why I switched from this light, I love everything about this light. I love how it's round. I love everything about this. But my problem was the tail switch. I have accidental fires all the time while it's in my pocket. I started carrying it lens up. Then I have to worry about this part hanging out of my pocket. You know, my main fear with this light always has been turning it on, because I ran through batteries, and this was copper, so this would get a little warm in my pocket too if I accidentally fired it. So this is like the perfect upgrade. It's got the lockout mode like I wish the i3s and the i5s had, and it's bigger, which is, like I said, that's huge for me. I've got big hands. I'm 6'2", 210, 15 pounds, somewhere around there. Like I'm a decently big guy. So this is awesome. You know, Dan, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate that. Let's get one more look at all the goodies that Mr. Dan sent me. Pouch. Man. Oh man. Christmas. I just got a second Christmas. Olight fan day. Super excited about that one. Even sent me a nice little case for the battery, which is cool. I actually did not have one of these. And like I said, this is your charger for this guy. And actually, before I even cut this video, well, I'll play with this another time. But I'm sure this thing, I think it's just my charger or my little adapter that I have. I think that was all of it. Okay. I thought this was all I was getting, Dan. You're the man, brother. I really appreciate it, man. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all of y'all's support. All of y'all have been awesome. This community has been great. We're growing pretty quick. So, and that's all thanks to you guys. You guys make this so much fun. Stuff like that, you know, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being a part of this, and this is what keeps me going, y'all. But you know, I'm gonna cut this video. We're gonna cut this video. I'm just blown away. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much for all of y'all for being here. You know, for watching the content that I produce. Anybody who's watching the content, if you haven't subscribed, you know, please do so. I try to post daily. I do the best that I can. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you on the next one.